Ya mama kwa babio eba enwume no ndu kasebo so ye to akasebo no eso na ye nkomodidie emu a enne wonim sa na wotwe efi na wotwe na wie ya besi na wotwe mu nyina airbus ena obi aka ho asem Crown Court wo UK eka say wo mo di asem a serious fraud office de bre wo ma wo ma hunu se sa wo ma chiche sika e de ama aman empanifo bi a Ghana ka ho say government official one bia bepiem intermediary 1 2 3 4 bia so oben aben ni papa ko bi company ni ho nkro ni ba na sika do he say the MTN advert bi wo beka no eno ne asem anwumei ye ba beka ho asem penifo akase mienu aba beka me ho a me ne wo ebe twetwe nkomo yera NSC akumi eye MPP communication team member o studio ha sanso ena yera rekeje so ya NDC national communication team member o mienu o studio on bebo ami ate say sika no he a yakoje government official one he ye hunu intermediary 4 he o hanoma na afi aba befa no yenye hu baby a yesika no ebeko nti akwaba abusanfo ye ma akwaba biom sebo ko de ma me sha se fi erikeje wo na ayi o de sen wo party yesi ade no airbus investigation no ye mu ye between 2009 and 2015 nti government official one na yesi etu escama unim no
fe da bi na unim no
sa mo ban na e wa akonwa so sa
ba na wo da so ye nsempiro ni ana
na de muko cabinet amene
na ne ye ne mo ana ye
na sense toni ni cabinet
senya party ni bia na ko cabinet
ati wo na nko cabinet
na me ko bi
me busawo
na me nko bi ana na me osoafo na osoafo no kura senya omu nyina na ko
nti asemi ba ye wo busama wo government official 1 no
GO1 nye no galamsey officer 1 ye wo
galamsey officer 1
na nado
eno na ye government official 1
GO1 in the cell report no GO1 wo eno ye galamsey officer 1
okay
ena intermediary 5 eye kwaku asoma kireme Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And 8-year professor Frimpong Boatin.
Crown Court to asem no.
Aye. Say interpretation. Ti said the Boabia Samwa ya Ghana ba man license. Your kind ruling. You who GO1 or who say G ni na Homa John so G ni di kind. No de mahama ni ye o. Meboa.
How come?
It is a lawyer Ghana ba man license. Ehu G na G ni e John. Na GO1 galamsey officer ba mu aye hwan dia. Efi na wate ase. Efi ameda ase.
Enti ashase ne your comedy so ho.
Enchia. Efi chapa. Say afi share afi na maba. Enti mu afi chapa. Efi na ye nsentwofo nhia mu. Ba na ye two aspects. First segment ne ye
ombisa mo nhia mu.
Me see a question you
police and use platform no can be say na ye nsentwofo nhia mu.
O say Airbus mo ye fa Airbus.
Good Airbus ne ekwawusi ne asoma kireme na Professor Frimpong Boatin na nado.
2 cases.
Yes.
Your excavator asema ba.
Ba onim say in law, yetimi di asem bia na ko 2 cases bi di asem.
Enu mom de.
Good. Enu na nyame adom wom ne yeshia. Nye no ano no. Won kan kire hwan. Ene obi awom ye nyina. Afia. Asem aba ya itiawa. But when I have me was say me make on this platform. You know my problem in this country. Nsantrofo no. Mumu bi mu ye. Ibi mu so nye. Unim de ntia me kaza.
Asem mfa nsetro.
Debe me kan sempa hwe. Kroma yet no Crown Court minim excavator wo ho. Ghana forma esi apini ya bo amanfo to because of excavator. Crown Court ye can 1 week ye go 2 weeks remember I'll go there any problem. Ye be ko ho. Ba me se Ghana na ye nyina ye man. Enti se ye be ye ni yi a ye di free na de akwa abonten. Question mark as in central for an answer. Quickly on the Crown Court matter. You see Airbus. Adenya ye the ruling biaba. Say Airbus ya maybe atwamuko ya ban penso ya kwato wie mu shendi from ho. Nhwehwemu bia beda abonten say enkofo bia na edi dwumama adwuma ekuo no omo anye dwuma die biye. O kan case na bebie ni ho a ye bo Ghana pani bi din wo minim se wakan. Ena bebie ni ho a GO1 ekire se rikeje na menu aba afia poku na NS kumi. But ye betena kroma na amanyosem adi ni patrimu demti no. ye nuanom sonofo ye omo party na wa ban mu etimi a kire se GO1 ye Papa John Mahama intermediary 8 ni de akeka ho ne de nya hu nkofo no na me kan peacefmonline.com unua kojo pon kroma na one na wo multimedia ye frɛ no busa na galamse issue ne ho so ye nya na appropriate institution here investigations nam say yes, this is practical nyatwem person speaking. Yes, because ye de verdict ne ba from UK Crown Court no man penny true me nua penny Eugene Ahen e de krata ba abonten say man penny see ma the appropriate institution enye investigations to the matter. Aban mo pennyfo asoafo ne party pennyfo anya dade antwe investigation etimi hu GO1 de egina ho ma no enti ena de na aba excavator henum ayira mekurum ye kan caterpillar because me na kosu atwene wa hu caterpillar onim se car ne betwam etimi di 5 minutes na nkross mekurum kwan enti caterpillar maako henum ayira eno de yenya abotre na appropriate institutions emfa ne mangu akwan mu de ye kan se with Airbus wo hwe statement and now can prove judgment in afia baby ani ho a ya boga na pani bi kwadu se waye bone wo wa kan menu na sakan ba de omo kan ye ne se e wo mo nhihye mu no so on beton wi mu hyen de ama oman bi a omo hia intermediary oba ye krom ha ye kan se agent they said the rikeje edan ya mekwa han wo baby ameti ne ntem so ana me pe no no
Obenie.
Omo
kan kekese omo ba.
Omo
kan it was a conviction.
By a company policy.
Yeah, but a conviction.
And I'm say a company policy say.
I agent for penalty.
Good. Ghana there no. Omo say den.
Unim
say according to me ba according all kind judgment na. There were several countries. Ghana ye kwa do ni other countries no kwa do say nyepe ana yepe.
But
enti Ghana no one they are convicting in the approved judgment.
Anya Ghana for
good.
Abrofo.
Eno na me tell say abrofo na ye nhwehwemu na ba na Ghana ye famu a ye convict obi a. Na ye mu obi afo ana.
Abrofo ni gitu mu wo.
Omo gitu mu say.
Omo chia bribe ma Ghana.
Afia time a wo ye mran osu amran ye international law na municipal law. Obi akrom ne ne mra ye adwuma. Ye wo kwan a ye di dwuma di organ e fa so ye ena obi so tini krom a ono so wo kwan a fa so di ne dwuma eno ntina in the said judgment no kan a omo ma wiase nyina ate ase se omo ntimi mu obi fo uti ti say ye case no omo ntimi mu asimasi na obenten for because the rule of natural justice a woni menu ani mesumenim e wo se what the other side of the story enti ono no ntimi fa judgment ne ma se asimasi na obenten eden abu obi afaso enti so o my Ghana na ye ho asema ba mu no ye was state institutions eno tin na declare come office of the special prosecutor so onye nhwehwemu at the end of the day or the nhwehwemu no ba abonten no say through procurement processes and e breach ya akaye ana meboa ebi ni musa o ye nka say GO1 agi adamudie omususu ye ne say na aban pani bi ni nua e wo first company na ye intermediary meboa omo realize ye no omo disika no come Spanish company no mutua ma no ba omo problem ni say after so omo disika no come Spanish company no so tua ma de ba ko na omo susu se bibi wo mu no ana meboa ye company no na call report omo so omo susu se niam bi nye de enko yie ana
okay
eti we no ye den na akrachefo aban we have the men yeah ne we have the men say galamsey for nko a
okay
na mo matwe mpanyimfo di omo wuram gidigidi ba me de ma no si fom no enne nyankopon wo hu meda mehwe soro na mabompa ya danase se abrewa wosi utua ne makwa wo de befa onsa ho aduru ha de nyame nanim because ono omo na di mako no ba afie na wo betibi de atua no wo hu de excavator de ayom caterpillar yes and me no kasafia kwakwa sma kire me former regional minister bronga half honorable owo bronga half na ani ade na ni je hu pa yenua timber enti Domawood village ba abonten se wo bu omo afase 6 billion Ghana cedis me ba me di si asem so no afia betemase afia metewase amanyo sem ne ye obetemase afia ye de ne ba minister for lands and natural resources
me ba ho ame ko yero na school ya komi ho me producer say Airbus mpese meto afa
o producer am signal
yeah enya so wa ma me signal
ba hu excavator no
there be setie aduma de o ya ma me order na me
producer excavator 500 ajira
excavator producer nka kra me
Ghana for ya to amanfo to excavator bi mu awu mejo mahama o excavator
wan excavator bia
anya galam say fight
membe change your friend saying facts and set your own question openika say the opening ne chemo no say mo na mudi kan press conference ko fa say mo nyina ba ya bo abia sama press conference according to said the okay and in fact o kan court crat and wan chada mo Ghana ni bi edi e wo airbus so bi age sempo ana tekuyo ana person bi a tokuro dem ti ada na mo arrive say yi e friend say mama
if you are for Sempa etia na oni madanu bi na metie o program back ko bi so am say jaso and I can asem bi o kan bro fu bi say posterity o jajas na sa posterity o jajas do mete bro for no man sheda antia ase ye kosi say asemi ebe dan NDC for na menhu sampa sa bro for na o kan na mu edu pa e che say posterity has indeed judged the NDC o say minu e kasa wa bra because simply put Obi anim say Mahama is in the airbus and we cannot take him out of it. But he's in the airbus. Maybe
okay.
You see, the fallacy of the story I hear NDC for catcher and say, just as your co school, you have logical reasoning. If you are a say Obi court, yes, here cross examination. What does it seek to establish? So Obi Abejon here to tune anu this ye be some leading questions to establish the veracity of the story. So asem ne pomasi bre no bisa ne nsem fo bi na wahu asem ne pomasi bre judge oti eguemu a odi asem no oni on ye hye e de no timi interpreting ema ye hu se amra no say na kire ana say na wo say ya apply no
judge na modin
tobo enye sa judge no me show as part of rules of interpretation
okay, purposive
constructive rules so what I say until read the case you can constructively know say aha na asem ne ko on my leading indications and the judge did not ebini say what say government official one no or your elected government official or your key person in the decision making and anani near being so ewo London Naniniano was brought into the transaction said neighbor transaction ni mu say on be transactional advisor
it can be anybody
tobo osini yesini nua what I say etunim what nobody has disputed nese asemi buy obi enu awaji won achinye say indeed airbus for no mu entua bribe they paid obi aso nji won achinye say ensi ewo aban bi apen so obi aji won achinye Ghana obi anji won achinye say
mun dispute no
yes
dispute say Ghana mo
leading indications what I say say be yen say sa se nyina agitum say Ghana to airplanes abribi and yet no omampeni bi nso apen so a then conclusively we can tell omampeni kwa is in question now now o pese o kan na wo hwehwe mu a obetimi ahwehwe mu reasonably and deductively no the persons that were in elected position are no say key decision makers in the transaction
see then how to mineral on President Mahama because
me boboba
okay bobobre
what you say in the decision
because you have 275 MPs so many elected people.
How then
rule key people in government,
but they are not key decision makers. The ruling no Eric
decision makers.
You see, they are not key decision makers in this transaction. We are limited to a specific transaction. The purchase of an Airbus.
Airbus na MPB anim.
Tio, and I make sure say MPB Oma, then he should be serving in a committee or a ministerial position. Yes, but there's always a key person a decision is seen in also. And the court, the statement of particulars now, and as a particulars of offense normally two judge is there.
But and much say president be negotiating on say bus and I be specific. A president
they never use negotiation. You make decision.
Pacha say the president normally, is represented by minister.
Yes.
It is a more corner to money because Mahama so is that fair? President Nko decided on Airbus or any
in governance, be corporate or even political governance. So what I say, there's a key person sitting at the top. There's a second layer which is the management or ministerial. What I say, whatever that person or you report to the man at the top, the guy at the top, and he is the key decision-making person.
But it doesn't mean say he may not know.
He may not know what.
He may not be aware of.
Tobo. In international,
your president was misled.
Eric, ya more time more kasa nyama
e be president was misled. Upon giving executive approval.
I will ignore you.
To Mary.
No kwe omuni say.
He was misled.
I will ignore you. Me and pay attention.
No, they are listening.
No kwe omuni say. That international transaction being we betima happen with that key decision maker no making a decision. Etina, almost say somebody used to key decision maker. And I'm catch us said the bribe was paid to induce and influence the decision making of government officials.
I know the question, but you see,
yeah.
I don't know Monkasebia. It can be possibly a vice. It can possibly be a senior minister. It can possibly be a reason
I show say at the time even the person who serving as defense minister no elected. And to the assembly yana enye
interior so
interior
elected. Select committee on defense and interior.
Select what are the processes of purchasing buses in this country? Select committee in a toy bus.
Select committee is always
they are limited. No, they review for approval of the loan. When it moves beyond that, they do not have any role in there. But we are looking at persons that participate money Airbus for Edin South. And they are clearly stated. Defining key decision makers, the intermediary.
But see, one kasa your interpretation say purposive, no. Emani very subjective.
Why?
Because purposive there. Yeah, more president Miami do.
Now then I was here boni. Etina Misha say me cheche mucha o say. Yenya eko school we did logical reason. Macha say in interpretation of laws and I say even in interpretation of cases at the court no ekwampo reasoning are inferred from whatever statements that people are making. It won't mean can't say oh Eric stop making what's that? What do you mean? No, it's not heckling. I don't know. No, it's not. I sat here quietly for him to talk. You should be able to do something. At the end of the day, we are allowed to read and interpret whatever we are receiving. You
have a copy. Where they mentioned your
stop disturbing.
Quote. You have the copy. Quote it.
At the end of the day, the case has been handed over to special prosecutor. And he's going to me back to Tobo. And then Yen Sanchonko saying, "Yedi Jumedieno as an agency of government in Sa." And it is going to include that. It's going to include that. What do you mean this right? I know what I'm saying. It's going to include that. It won't mean Kasi and Sa. But the question you need to put to the NDC is say, at the internet, they are leaving us in the realm of speculation. Meanwhile, all the people at those days almost serving under the government. At the internet, obi only up non catching. Now what they are doing, also mean you be saying as no they are grow and they excavate. What he doesn't know, he said, in other countries are bo mudin or start transaction. If you resign that, if you take key decisions. Yes, now so your idea. I'm going to face some of the chaskele and answer football. Bet me but the truth of the matter is say, Mishedako constitution. I was trying to find out say, even if there are specific laws, a bus will be a presidential candidate. You bet me holding it to the high moral test and say because on him, you appoint you because on serving as a judge of the superior court. There's a higher moral turpitude requirement of him. You must pass. How much more Nipa Babe the number one man of the state? Now moral integrity.
The constitution
yes,
integrity.
I know. And I'm a DM upon because I'm a who said there's a lacuna in the law. Because of your court now the superior court or require the other appointing in there. Nipo Babe appointing a fee, ni nam ni triune and sound any body in I. Papa ya can ask me. And ya crow and ye mienu and ye miensa baby okoshe. And now,
no crucified in Pakonda without
the documents are clear. You see what they are saying? Let's go by what he's saying. Fair hearing. Obia who seek is about bedi on my so. And I did be and I said, we are in a realm of speculation. His name was not mentioned, but it was under his spirit. It was under his leadership. What is the simplest thing to do? Tell us, you are not a person. Why don't you cause the men also face also under your regime? They may have been responsible for that decision making to own up. That is what men of integrity do. Not men of what? Corruption. What men of corruption do is what Mama and the NDC are doing now.
Eric J. I don't say me a momudi. I don't know press conference after the World Cup, sir. We be a momudi. Until assembly about as a mo ya ye te say ekutia nim nira ade ye mo mudi so mo ya press conference to answer the same allegations ye mo mudi enya mo na mama NDC for MPP for bom di say mo the government official one
me can sembi me kasa na me can like the rule of natural justice ye wo ade bi wo ma wasua NSS and a mesumesua
you're oversubscribing that point
it's not even a terrain pattern we need the crow
how is it applicable
to the other side enti wo hwe nkofo no judgment na ye tro de bae na e wo mu se o mu ntimi ntena ho emu obi for e wo Ghana ana meboa no what kind judgment ni na e wo mu se o mu ntimi nyina ho emu obi for enti na after everything wo dey tie good
omo nkofo no case ka no
we o mu ntimi mu obi for enti na in the cell report na even intermediaries na 5 8 ni GO1 no omo individual bi adin ewom because omo nim say emra na omo na de ba na ye hweso asu omo ntimi mu obi for ha
my question is
afia emra na
Abraham nim say ye more
afia ye na yesoso
ye more NDC din
onim say Ghana ba omo ye serious a sebe nka ya abo asamo margin license ya abo abia asamo
se ni se hunti
lawyer ni a wasu amra ya more license practice law uhu GO1 na wo ye press conference e John Mahama
law student call to me interpret
no so
law student if you for election petition
wow.
You are free to
afia ni Ghana law school ye wo problem no dodo na ye nya access nko bi no because obi afri mu aba me batie me obi afri Ghana law school aba no ye lawyer practicing lawyer na ye interpretation no hu GO1 na edina homa John Mahama ujidi say judgment ba no let me talk. What did this judgment about? I'm not getting you because they officially issued a statement on behalf of their party. And the party is also in government. The same party, the letter, come as special prosecutor.
Yes, but Openi.
I don't know one special prosecutor.
Okay, Crown Court or who say Abuabia Samonia Jai.
Or your lawyer or Ghana.
Bonim say MPP. Yeah. And say Abuabia Samonia MPP, Bejanum say Mahama. It does not lie in their mouth. And
Tinko say Mahama, and yes, you are trying to say Mahama. That be who Musami say, I don't know, say Mahama. Uncle Fonny say Mahama. And you say judgment, no, Yamiadonka. And I'm saying Yamiadom, judgment no be at me kind. There's no Mahama in it. But more people near Dintino, Monsieur Mahama. And I make a chair say, Yakwachi Usidian, Muslim chain near investigations, near who dear funny home. But be the judgment aba. Na mo the state apparatus some be investigate here. Ade na mo ntwema SP ni investigations.
The president didn't say
then mo the ma SP a. Ade na ban mu mpanimfo within the same party. Esa ba abonten being prejudicial aside the impending decision of the SP na the man. Because of that verdict be man. Good point. So the American say.
Okay, Ade na NDC as a party. Second boy press conference mo go back and forth. Ade na mo ntwo krata nko Crown Court. Mo ya ma dia say said your kind mo pim akutie bi wo mo judgment ma ye ha mo ya pim akutie apim ye akutia ye ni mo hwe ti mo bobodi who is adana mo kan cho mo so mo bobodi
judgment na ba no e fa Ghana fo nyina ho enye NDC judgment
we
say political parties ba ban mu a ye won kofo bi a yetimi mo appointment bi wo kra no new party o so me ne man enti so mo ka Ghana ho asem na mo ka ranka o mo ka o ma wo mo. Then we have the state apparatus to do investigation. Yeah, and say we are in for that. Even by then. And then Nyamiadom.
Press conference man say
say press conference the woman make come copy. Okay, and make no. Unim and then by then. Na office of the special prosecutor papa yotihui. 2009 eba no. Nyamiadom ona no ye attorney general. It's a lot of this document I can.
You are not going to my question.
Yes, say you try the Fagana home. You are transferring this in the said report. What kind of judgment who win this?
I say NDC.
And I'm saying in the said report. Who win this? And I'm maybe Ubusam say and I'm saying good. And say if almost say they believe in the laws of our country. They should allow the law to work.
Okay.
Enti medema no si form. Yen twerɛ krata na entwerɛ bichina. But the medema no si form. Na Ghana fo a omo twense yen twerɛ krata o si yen twerɛ. Omo nim say pressing issues in the country.
Okay.
Galamsey enti yakun amanfo ma. galamsey nti and excavators and caterpillar galamsey nti and go etimi ira our site. Those are the pressing issues in the country. Enti o man no ya de amamo fia 3 years amotwa. Yeah, one galamsey task force amati efia men say create no. See jama yensu no kura mo hono no di ka block point
we na de ni nyina
okwa kwa enso ni tese
ensuo ni nye
metia me nua wusu bempa abo apapa o hwem ya Ghana gas onse nyemi apa ne tontoma na no ada okoye video beto ne Facebook wo
allegation
eno na da hono
emepe defamation bi ama me was
me say NDC wo yeti akonya so mo say ya corrupt say ya tutuboto ya am Robert me na me ka to
efia onim
am Robert
say ya tutuboto
let's even keep
that word.
This is my program. Say
pain when do.
You see, one pain no do. Oka President Mahama G01 and the one man redraw. Any redraw. Minim sapa.
Only waste time.
Afia. G01 no can say President Mahama. O man redraw.
Bacho redraw.
Afia G01 no redraw.
Election year me ready to make court for you. Me bunch up say me kwana me di madio. David bacho me di obi akoko. Hang on. David show me. David hang on.
That's say G01 no president.
Hang on. Eric J redraw. Redraw no nenko. Redraw criminal one no. I'm Robbie where no they redraw no.
Afia tie mi o.
Your point is G01.
Yes G01.
Your point has been made, Eric.
One person redraw.
Eric, what's the
challenge?
With that, me say, my catch as a president, Mama, me court document. My kind with a super I made that clarification.
You made it.
I
get your point.
Solid. I
get your point. Solid.
What do you redraw? What do you redraw? Want to redraw?
Miss Wakamati.
Into redraw. So the casa you redraw.
Oh, you redraw.
Casa you redraw.
You draw.
Into redraw. Into but he's making a valid point though that more bigger issue. For Matisse say don't get a crack as a diversionary taxes.
Bigger issue
which is galamsey issue. Mo share that na mo kofa Airbus and buy just to
these are mutually exclusive issues. Who is preventing when they're preventing Obi from talking about galamsey?
But hang on.
If you want to add it, you add it. But me buy woman Airbus. So I stick to Airbus. I don't go to where somebody is trying to waste my time.
But he's relating it to a diversionary taxes.
What is the diversionary taxes in this?
Two or say. Munim say president nwo pay mu na kasa o e dey assembly man independent special prosecutor na mo ma feature be press conference
is the president is the president and the government not different from our party? Our party has a stake.
But the party produces the president.
Yes, but the party is a corporate legal entity.
Yes.
And we have a voice. You cannot deny us that voice. It won't mean can't say if the government is acting, our party shouldn't speak. No, it doesn't work anywhere. In the US, hold on, in the US, in as much as Congress is seeking to impeach Trump, it doesn't mean say the Republic you see, the American say cases we are 4 countries are involved. Men of integrity, they've owned up, they've resigned. What has happened to the corrupt one? You see,
I'm just, you are saying
we are talking about two, you see, I am looking at one case involving 4 countries. And then you are bringing a different case. You are comparing oranges to apples.
Resignation.
You see, we are discussing one topic. You are telling me, say, no, Tobo. And I'm saying, elsewhere. Then why are you saying, sir?
The question I ask you is, say, Mahama, ya money deal.
And I make sure, say, elsewhere, so you're more obedient. But somebody has owned up and resigned because it happened at Nepenso. Our name said, at the ABC, ne happen at Opensoa. In line with best practices, no. If you wouldn't even own up, you took out those who did it.
But best practices there.
Say in Shasem Nieka.
Me without question.
Then what happens to morality? What happens to integrity?
Morality is very subjective.
You see, we are talking about a man who is seeking to lead this country. Obi a person,
and the man leading the country is committed 500 naira, or that's the president.
Any project
400 naira, or that's the president. Voted by 700 naira.
Me, I don't deal with pedestrian arguments. I don't waste my time.
Again, the point that he makes is President mu na kasa de asema ma special prosecutor. I don't know pray mo be press conference. And
who determines on pray on?
But hang on.
I didn't know who determine. One of
Exactly. Question.
We have a voice. You have a voice.
Good.
So you can't deny.
Why a press conference?
Yes.
A press conference is a normal one. His problem is that we are press conference. Why not? The mono the Mohammed court reporting. Me wa court judgment. Mohammed now Ibrahim
you see, and I'm I laid the foundation. Me catch say case court. It's not always in black and white, but the judge is able to make inference and deductions and come into conclusions and make a judgment. Hold on. So if you want to demand, you demand. And I'm sure say the further and better particulars will come after the report has come from the appropriate institutional government. But we have the voice and we can interpret the report as it is. And I'm sure say relatively, in other countries now the same incident they see, 4 countries, men of integrity. Ye mo mudin. But man who say, "Esi wa ma penso, Senate bia me hu bomu, almost form." What has happened?
The point he's also making is any excavators must resign.
What about excavators?
Excavators,
you see, you don't even understand the Ekano. Abain biaba. Oh, no. Abain biaba since 1957, ABC there's been scandals hitting different governments. What I say? The Eka one say me, any one of us. Oh, Eric, it's not a scandal that has hit a government. We are talking about a scandal that has hit an individual. The number 1 person of the state.
National Youth Authority, 45 billion.
We don't need
an announcement and challenge.
As a journalist, no, we are sure that they be out cases. Cases now, boni panidin black and white.
Report now.
But you follow leadings and you are able to establish
accuracy.
Good. Accuracy. But what makes you think we are not? Why don't you challenge the accuracy of our statement?
I'm asking you, Muhammad, in other
no,
because Muhammad didn't court document him.
No, okay, so you are
just Muhammad. Eti mama ye na no dear
leading analysis which establishes the name of the person. You are not presenting any reverse argument.
In what court decision? Any leading analysis? What to be?
You are not presenting an alternative argument. It doesn't lead to the establishment of the name. They will catch it and say, national women's organization. With general secretary, there's no need for anybody to do logical reasoning or do deductive reasoning or even do interpretation. I don't think so.
Say any there
excavator 500.
We are guilty of Galamsey business. In fact, the fight against Galamsey started under President Mahama. Asana Nanado Ebert was
on the one fighting. Excavators almost time no.
Okay, into the away. The point is, how do we resolve this issue? Because as same way I can. What the NDC hang on, Eric Nyambuche. Mobeye de say ani yesika na akodi mu no. Hang on, you wrap up into na mebusano.
Discipline yourself.
Hang on, Eric Nyambuche. Yan mining sector. Ebas is Kenyeska ketwa.
Excavators ka
hemo. Rage, beti bed yo. How do we get our money? Say about money NDC
500
polyclinics. Say if indeed yesika kodima.
One excavator, 1 polyclinic. 500. Oh, Motokin BSC 1 chip compound.
Yeah, rapid up your time so
yeah programs here yes. And for 18 nyansa say.
My putting it to order. Final comment. How do we get our money back?
What will make us get our money back no? And no
I'm going am hoya mo yire no mo hear mo TV so ya mo ye say.
Ya mo yire mo ya. No ogu ni won anymore say.
Into the final comment. Final comment. How do we get our money back? Ghana taxpayers.
Crown Court make a decision. Decision no make here no. Waboga Nadine wama a lot of fact in there. a responsible government, the way you say, you open up investigation into it. Then when you are able to establish the fact or obtain the fact as it is, now finding themselves culpable, then you come into your jurisdiction and apply the law as it is to retrieve the monies. And as a responsible government, and on a buying setting in motion the process until the special prosecutor and the report and on a buying bejina so the bebo official one or tie bass nim Rama Amadin na fe na ko gina court me aboni
special prosecutor competent obey me yes
very competent. Then when me advice say if there are other institutions to say charge money are they not your person mo into it they should allow yoko money are they should allow them and am do don say kwan obiane dey obey me obtain it from and at the end day no we can stand on those evidences on near that boy question say nipa onye na adwen say obey prove so integrity na wa twe ne ho afi and that's what he said NDC youth for be say omonko extraordinary congress nanka papa omonko yi candidate for
propaganda.
Oh no, what you announcing?
Oh, propaganda.
Propaganda thing.
It do election year. Unse me my election.
It's NDC for.
Oh there be. Na say no party people can sponsor people.
Oh, if you are sana say. Oh there. Oh yes sana say.
Propaganda mbeti me.
I don't know how much you are.
That be na me there.
Nenta don't know what you
say. Banjira. Someone na ko kan of way purposive interpretation. So I'm also doing
I do need to.
I'm doing purposive.
I do need to purposive on how so be jatu.
I get you better daji
o kasa no o secretary bia babontin si enko congress enranso bi babontin si enchi John Boadu ni professor Frimpong Boateng
and o
o dey why you so do question
oh no
fake
o say fake ben na dia ono so
o no kwa special item no kan galam say someone because on your why you so be
NDC ka no tuku ka
NDC
o fa sa press conference
special na me make comparison
na so na the topic out
if you hear me dey say me na aboni hutu o say after the verdict na aba no omo ogidie wo SP Muntina omo de krata akoma na party e wo aban no ye o so ogidie wo aban mu no aban no power SP ye wie na party ni so de
we make that point so the question is
me ba nti party ni wie aban ni wie na party ni de krata aba bonti se simisia na obenti we bi asi de wo
nti e be da
ye ti o man mu ha me ba obeti mase wo me ti wase ye ti o man mu ha ene ye se cash for seat aba and a parliament
so
there are politics now
what is
this why
people don't control
sikane
make sure say sikane the topic
ba me pense me stick to the topic
stick to the topic ya mo e ba so nam na cash for seat na
why e ba so no what is say sika bi oji o one ho kwaje
there be
okay full me intermediary 5 no you in the report
we need the principle of bribery
even who is
the giver and the receiver if you in bribery
say
support it
so both the giver and the receiver are liable and then I know the law you know it so then why you argue this
in the said report ye indict obi ase sika won ho
argument now make
apparatus now oye ni investigation no si sika go fear popo
I make party to the case and
efa airbus nsensem ni sika e be kwa kwaje de aba esanse crown court decision e say omutu sika adamude e de mankrofo bi enti eno ene ye kan wasem se de etie bia wo a wo tifie no wo hwe no wa bua waten no wa fa aseda kese nkoma yera erikeje e kan NDC national communication team ena yera NS ya okumi wono so kan PP national communication team mu ya fa me vim lady efia pokua nyakopon ya adoma ya besan asia bia aseda kese nkoma production team ni na director producers cameraman father Dick executive producer and penifo kese was ro nyina otwedi ampone na na sese ochina ohwe so na de panche anyway obi anaye good evening.